I'm so tired of it. Days of just sitting and listening. You know, I thought that once we had this connection to that merc, listening to them all day, I thought, this is brilliant. A merc who already got the attention of Mr. Hans. Perfect. This is going to be quick and easy. Get into the party, no problem. Find out their plan, follow along without them noticing, easy. I did not expect, however, that we would get a merc who spends 50 hours just shopping for clothes and just putting outfits together. This is the most ineffective job I've ever done. I was so happy when our boss allowed us to do this thing for ourselves, for our emotional happiness. To be able to end something if we just find our friend at this party, but this is becoming more exhausting than I thought it would be. But right now, this merc, this V, is our best shot at getting into the party, and even though I am losing my mind and patience and brain cells listening to this person, I'm going to stay calm and just hope that that merc is finally going to visit their friend that they were supposed to meet like 50 days ago. You're right. You are absolutely right. I need to calm down. It's going to be fine. We will get into the Black Sapphire just as we planned. And we will find that bastard. And we'll finally finish this job we should have ended ages ago. And then we go back to our usual work. You're right. I'm sorry. I need to calm down. Anyway, you take a break. I'm going to keep listening to whatever the hell this merc is doing. And you do something fun. Watch something fun. Do something to relax. You've done so much. I can do this, I promise. And if anything interesting happens, I will let you know. Good? Good.
Hello everybody, welcome back. Hi Starlight. So good to see you all in the chat again. Today I'm going to show you guys a few things that I bought at a 2020s flea market this week. You guys know I love going to these, and I have found a couple of gems like this one. Thank you so much for the donation, Orion. Thank you. I know, right? It's so cute and it's so fluffy too. I absolutely love this. So yeah, we're gonna check these out. Hello, welcome. Come and join us, you guys. Yeah, we're gonna write, of course, we're gonna write in this. And for that, I've also gotten this very cute pen. Let me show you guys. Actually, I've gotten multiple ones. Okay, those of you who are sensitive to light, I'm gonna turn it on now, okay? Just letting you know. There, it blinks, flickers a bit. But it's so pretty. There you go. So beautiful. I wish I would just do that. I Unfortunately, the flickering is very annoying. At least I find it kind of annoying. I prefer these types of wavy light motions. But anyway, it's a pen. So that's very cute. Hi to the jellyfish, of course. I can say hi to the jellyfish. Imagine if those were real. Night City and real animals. Alright. What should we write about? Any ideas? My diary? No. It would be a bit too personal, wouldn't it? Oh, these are some nice paper sounds, though. I like that. A poem? No, I don't think so. I'm not creative enough for that. Ask an AI, no. Not this time, you guys. Name of that AI that won a prize not too long ago for writing. Yeah. You guys remember that? Did you hear that? Yeah, exactly. In the shade of the apple tree. That was it. Yeah. Oh, I know. I just think that, the people who, were actual people who joined the contest, they should make separate categories for that. Exactly. Yeah. Okay, how about we write down a few names, okay? I'm just gonna look in the chat. You guys tell me your names. Let's see, what do we have there? Let's start here. Emily, okay. Hi, Emily. There we go. Brian, okay. Hello, Brian. There we go. Who else do we have? That is not your real name. I'm not going to read that out loud. Unbelievable. Chrissy. Hi, Chrissy. Who else do we have? Let's switch sides. Charlie. Hello, Charlie. There. Eric. Hello, Eric. I'm trying to write slower. Who else wants their name to be written down? Who do we have there? Sam. Hello, Sam. Let me turn on the light. There we go. Someone else? Tessa. Hello, Tessa. Okay, the flickering of the light is annoying me too much. But how about we use another pen that also has glitter in it? And actually, I have two. so many fluffiness, fluffy objects going on here. Fluff everywhere. I know, right? Which flea market? Well, it was in Japantown. It's just called the Kitsch Market. Doesn't happen very often, but yeah, basically most of the things you can find there are from the 2020s, or even before then, but 2030 at latest. So obviously, as a kitsch lover, I love going there. There, look at that. These don't glow, unfortunately, but they're still sparkling. I absolutely adore that. I love that. I love anything that has sparkles in it, especially if it moves around like this. Love that. Let's trace this little table. Susie, hello, welcome back. Want me to write your name down as well? Okay. I will in a second, don't worry. Alrighty. Okay, Susie it is. Get a little closer to the mic. Oh wait, there's still a cover on it, see? Because I haven't used this one before. Apparently no one has. That's cool. I'm gonna put that here. Okay. Susie. Who else? Ismael. Hello. Then we have Cheryl. Hello, Cheryl. There we go. More names. Whose name should we write down? Fatim. Hello. It's almost too quiet. There. Valentina, hello. Okay. You can barely hear it. Maybe I should draw a little. Just going to draw a tree. Very, very bad tree. I'm not an artist. I kind of want to get outside of Night City every now and then to see a proper forest, you know? You know, with us only having these like little relaxation booths that have a few trees in them, but I mean, okay, we have a great Central Park, but I mean, you guys know the people there. It doesn't feel relaxing at all or safe. safe even. So I don't really go there. Which is a shame, you know, it could be so nice, but it's just that the weirdest people hang out there. Oh dear. But what can you do? That's just what you have to deal with when you live in Night City. I'll draw some more over here. There, that's a nice sound, isn't it? More tapping. Okay, in a second. Thank you guys so much for the donations. I'm gonna read out more at the end of the stream, alright? Thank you so much. Thank you. Draw a circle. And round and round. And here. Nice, I like that one. The best sounds come out when you don't draw anything nice. When you don't focus on making a nice painting. You get the nicest sounds. So let's do that. Do you have a favorite place in Night City? Honestly, aside from my apartment, you guys know about my favorite club, of course. But other than that, I don't really have a favorite spot, no. I feel safest in my apartment. I guess my balcony, if that counts. I really enjoy being there, looking at the city from a safe distance. I know that I'm really, really privileged with where I live, and I have you guys to thank for that. So, I will forever be grateful, and I will never be able to pay you guys back for that, essentially. So thank you so much, really. I hope what I do here can give you some peace in return. That would be good. If I can help you at least in some capacity. Okay, that's a terrible drawing. Well done. Do you want to see it? Like I said, it's nothing specific. Just some trees and I don't know. I just drew a circle and then I drew this shape, this oval. And then it kind of looked like I was about to draw some figure. So I just added little legs. Here are the names. And here's another very impressive circle. What are you guys up to right now? What are you doing? Let me know. I always find that very interesting. Oh, let's do some of that. Some lit cap sounds. Feeding your cat? Oh, but you mean like not a real cat, right? Because otherwise, you might get in trouble saying that here. If officials find out about this, you know. Say you don't have a cat. It's a bionic one. Yeah, you guys have to be careful with what you're saying. Of course, I have seen cats too in Night City. Rarely, but every now and again you do, of course. Okay. Alright, alright. No one heard you say anything. Let's do some fluff here. I haven't even gotten to most of the objects that I got. So, we're gonna put this aside for a second. Here we have paintbrushes that also have glitter inside that moves around as you move them. And it's so cute. I love these so much. They also have different shapes. They came in a set, 4 in total. Absolutely adore them. Am I going to use them for painting? No. I want to preserve them for as long as possible. I'm going to use my other brushes for painting. Should we do a painting stream sometime soon? Yeah, okay. That's a resounding yes. Very good.
Wait. I think something is finally happening. I believe the Merc is going to the moth bar. Hold on. Alright, something is going wrong there. I think the Merc just collapsed. But still breathing. Alright, they are talking about personal things. Just get to the plan, please. Alright, while they talk, here's what we do. I will keep my eyes and ears only on the Merc. I will share the connection with you, but you do not try to jump to anyone else who might be involved in the conversation. We stay on the Merc, because the Merc is not the smartest, thankfully, and not a very talented netrunner, so they're not going to notice. But I don't know who else that Merc is going to meet now, who might show up, so stay on that connection with me. I will focus on what the Merc says. You will focus on what anyone else says. We will both stream the transcripts to each other. And if any files come in, if anyone shares anything, capture it. We might need it.
Some reminiscing. So good. Let's get this show going. I checked up on Slider's contention. Looking at it right, it turns out.
I think they're getting to the plan.
Missing files wherever Somi was involved. They were buried deep, near impossible to access, even with my clearance. Each and every one. The Black Book. All authorizations, mission orders, personally signed by one person. Rosalind Myers.
Wouldn't want to be in her shoes if that shit floats to the top.
The U.S. is a small country governed by one of highly ambitious goals. sank those ambitions without reason. But that's not something we need to pour over now. Alex, be half for us.
Oh, a little of this.
Let's just ignore that entirely.
Like playing fancy dress
The
up.
plan. Let's get to the plan.
Then you'll like what I whipped up. Managed to learn that some pop megastar is gonna grace the party with a show. Guest list? Expect everybody who's anybody. That includes you. Gonna don fancy outfits and rub shoulders with VIPs. Be warned though, fancy doesn't mean easy. Ready for the deets, V? Black Sapphire, the most heavily guarded place in Dogtown. Doesn't mean security's airtight though. V, you're gonna enter through a flooded tunnel system. Got a top-of-the-line diving suit, ought to fit you snug as a glove. Already know what the hotel looks like. Really, really hard to miss. Flooded tunnels here. That's your way inside. Now focus. You'll reach a terminal at the end. Jack in and reach the camp, giving Reed his window to slip into the building. You'll take different elevators up. Here. Saul will open a passage to his side. Before you ask, yeah, it's the only way. Area could be heavily guarded, so you'll have to be on your tippy toes. Couldn't get clean intel, so you'll just have to be creative. Improvise. You're gonna meet here. Soon as you meet up, you'll doll up like it's prom night and go to the ball. That's where you'll rendezvous with Songbird. All clear? Preem. Okay, let's talk gear. Take your time. Grab anything you think might be useful.
Alright, so we are going to need a diving suit. Unless, of course, we want to be dissolved by whatever floats in that disgusting water. Great. Alright, I think they're done talking about the plan. Now we need to work on ours. We just need to follow them. And if we do everything right, we can just let them do the work and then follow after. No trouble, you know. We just need to stay hidden. We won't complicate their plan, and they won't complicate ours because they don't know about it. And then we just get into the party. Everybody wins. Good. We can do that. I'm going to do a deep dive into local sellers in Dogtown and try to find the diving suit. Might be difficult, but well, I'm sure I can find something. And you, in the meantime, well, you could keep your ears on now, just in case something happens. Again, only on the merc, but I don't think it's going to be interesting. We might as well do something else. But just in case, keep the connection up a bit longer. Just for a while. Alright, I'm going to search for a diving suit. Wish me luck.